Good morning, everyone, and it's Siddharth speaking, and it's episode 2 of the Sidcast. So today I want to talk about something that's very important and something that I feel is actually going to help you as a person going forward in terms of how you live your life and how you determine what actions and steps you're going to take to progress as a person. So basically the topic I want to talk about today is about everything starting with you. Now, what I mean by that is basically, if you look at your life in general, whether it's the actions you've taken, the steps that you've taken, the results that you've achieved as a person, you probably noticed that there have been a couple of times where you felt things didn't really go your way. And what tends to happen is you tend to blame external circumstances. You could blame, for example, certain people, or you could blame a specific situation that didn't work in your favor. Now, what you need to realize is that everything starts with you, and that's right, everything starts with you specifically. And what I mean by that is you need to start taking responsibility for your life. Now, you can blame every single thing if you want and try and see if that works for you, but reality is, and I know this from personal experience, that actually doesn't really happen. And things only really start working when you actually start taking responsibility for your life. So what you need to sort of think about is where in your life have you, for example, sort of made decisions where you felt, you took responsibility and something actually worked out for you. Now, if you think about that, basically then what you're actually doing is you're telling the universe that you're responsible for the life that you live, you're responsible for the decisions that you make, and you're responsible for everything that happens in your life. Now, I know some of you would probably say that, yes, you can't exactly say that's always the case, because sometimes there's a factor called luck, whereas I personally believe you make your own luck. But if you keep blaming people, you keep blaming circumstances, even if it seemed like it was something that didn't really work in your favor and it wasn't your fault, you'll find actually your energy is going to dissipate as a person. And that's the reason why I really feel it's really important to understand that everything starts with you. So look at yourself as a person. Look at what it is that you feel you're not taking responsibility for in your life, whether it's your career, whether it's your job, whether it's the factor of, for example, a specific vision or dream that you're not working towards, or you're letting external circumstances actually dictate how you're going to actually take your actions. So at the end of the day, what matters is that if you start taking responsibility, you will find that there's actually a motivation and enthusiasm in terms of how you lead your life. Now, I'll be honest, yes, there are times when you will have situations or circumstances where you feel like things are not going exactly to plan, and that happens to me. And it'll happen to you occasionally. I mean, you're a human being, so you can't expect everything to be perfect. But at the end of the day, I've realized that everything starts with you taking responsibility, you as a person understanding what is important to you and who are the people that matter to you. So another thing I want to talk about is when it comes to starting with everything with you, what you need to realize is that you can make situations better in the sense of taking initiative where you feel initiative needs to be taken. Now, very often what happens is people don't take initiative because they feel that life needs to reward them with something, or life needs to give them something specific because they deserve it. Now, that can happen in certain circumstances where you've actually sort of, actually worked towards something, or, the universe has kind of given you something back because you took the initiative to actually look at something where you can make your life better. So at the end of the day, what matters is that you're taking initiative in certain areas where you feel you can take initiative. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is when it comes to you as a person taking responsibility, you need to realize that there are going to be times when you can't control certain aspects or certain factors or certain situations. And just deal with it. I mean, there are times when you're not going to be able to deal with certain things and you can't control certain things and you need help. And the people that tend to realize that they can't actually control everything and they can only work on what they can control, those are the people that actually take initiative and take responsibility for their lives, and they realize everything starts with them. So that's my message today for the Sidcast. I hope it's something that is inspiring and something that leads you to something that is an empowered life And I hope you always take responsibility and action for your steps, and you realize everything starts with you. I'll see you in the next episode next week. Take care.